Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is John J Gaming coming with another video from the Marv Santana coaching journey, man. Our Minnesota Golden Gophers, man. We are going to be taking on the Purdue Boilermakers. It was going to be a good game for supremacy in the Big Ten West, as Minnesota is still right in the thick of things. Purdue, not so much, but hey, they're going to try to play spoiler. We're not going to let that happen. So it's going to be a good one, man. Make sure you smash that like button as well. Subscribe to the channel if you happen to be new. Let's go ahead and jump into this game, shall we? Alright, so Purdue is going to get the ball first, man. And it blows my mind that Drew Brees used to go to this school. A team that is so bad. They are, what, 2-7, I believe, going into this game. You know, they are not very good by any stretch of the imagination. But you know, I digress. As Purdue gets his ball first, man, they're actually going to take it to us here early on, as Taylor's able to bounce to the outside for Purdue Boilermakers. Usually known for their air raids, you know, they got a little bite to their rushing game as well, as now they send their tight end Mark into motion. They move Taylor up the gut, picks up another 5 yards. The Boilermakers are looking pretty good early on, man. I'm not going to lie. Is now 2nd and 5. They're going to go to the right hand side. It's James, another open receiver that they throw to at the last second. As our guys, you know, we brought the blitz and it just doesn't work out for us necessarily. Is now 2nd and 13. I'm used to saying 1st and 10. They're getting a lot of first downs on this drive, you know, early on, man. And, you know, just shutting my mouth early on, you know, kind of underestimate these guys, but we do end up getting that stop. And now 4th and 1. They're going to decide to go for it here, as they're going to go up the middle with Taylor, and we miss Michael Taylor completely, and Purdue is actually going to strike first. Alright, man, it's time for us to strike back, though. We can't play with these guys any longer, man. Let's go ahead, call this 1st and 10. Send our own star running back in Trey Bryant of the middle. You see his stats up on screen. The man is a baller. Over 700 yards rushing yet, and we're not even close to being done yet. This man's going to have a great season when it's all said and done. But for now, we'll also get his backup involved in Scott Moore. Backup tailback for Trey Bryant. He picks up the first down for us. And now we get Carlos Mitchell involved some more. They bite on the read option, go with Trey Bryant. But Carlos Mitchell, you know, has enough speed, not a trailblazer, but any kind, but is still able to make something happen here. As we'll get Carlos Mitchell to slide for us once again. We don't need him to take any hits. You know, Josh Mann's a solid QB, you know, but we run better overall when Carlos Mitchell is at the helm. He is a great pocket passer for us. As now we got a 2nd and short coming up. Let's see if we can get this first down here with the read. And we make number 7 miss. He does come up back and catch us. If only we had a little bit more speed at the quarterback position. But for now, we're doing okay, though. Hand it off to Trey Bryant again. Make sure that he gets involved as well. Picks up 6 more yards on the ground. So now we got a 3rd and short coming up. We got to pick this up here. As we're looking around, we're going to try to throw over the middle to Terrell Battle. He's able to outrun his defender, trying to cover him in the man-on-man situation. And we got this thing all tied up, and now we're starting to roll a little bit again. Purdue doesn't get much going on their next possession, and now it's time for us to get moving once again, as Trey Bryant picks up 9 more yards on the ground. You love to see it. It's now 2nd and short. Get a triple option going. Going to go with Trey Bryant up the middle, who breaks the tackle. Then is eventually brought down by one of the DBs, who did come up and play as that 8th man in the box. Doesn't matter, though. We got this first down. And we got that first down as well. Donnie Hills, our star receiver. He gets his first catch of the day, man. Now 2nd and 8, couple plays later. Go over the middle to Terrell Battle, who got our first touchdown of the day. He's going to pick up another first down for us as well. Is now 1st and 10. This is going to be the final play of the first quarter. It's going to be over the middle to Donnie Hills. He nearly picks up the first down. As now we're looking like we do what we should have been doing. taking care of our business. Purdue is not as good as we are. They've had a really tough season so far. We have aspirations to get into the top 25 and then some. As now Trey Bryant goes up the gut. Another 5-yard gain on that one. Let's see if we can pick up the 2nd and 5 though. Off this little stick route right here. We're going to have to scramble though. We can get to the end zone as Kimbrough makes the catch, but he's at the 1-inch line. They don't give him the touchdown. But it's all good though. We'll finish it off with Scott Moore. He's going to be able to bust down the middle for us. And now we got our first lead of the game. We got a 14-7 ball game. So now Purdue finds themselves back on the field once again. Let's see what they come up with. It looks like they do another read option as we leave Gooden to his lonesome. And now it's a foot race as Grant's able to get to the outside just in time before Alfred Franklin is able to pick up any more yardage. Is now 2nd and 10. They're going to hand it up the middle again to Michael Taylor. He's been a problem for us, man. They are not known to have solid running backs, but it's a different case. Of this Michael Taylor, guys. We do get the interception. Robert Kane able to make that grab and get 10 toes down. Been paying attention to that 10 toes down movement as we get the ball, taking it back over, man. Now we have a chance to take over this game as 1st and 10. Mitchell looking over, gonna try to throw to the left hand side, and Donnie Hills is able to make the catch, but can't get a foot down, so we're gonna mark it incomplete. So now 2nd and 10. Our receiver gets hit in the head and doesn't even come up with the ball. I don't think he was ready for it. But now instead it's 3rd and 10, but we're able to laugh it off because we're able to pick up the first down a little bit later. As that's a nice way to get your second grab of this game. As now we got a fresh set of downs to work with. Mitchell, he's going to try to throw to the right hand side. It's nearly intercepted. Melvin Bailey able to get the deflection. Oh, we're able to pull off something that we tried to do in the Army game last year when I was at Idaho, and was able to pull it off, but not here. A little bit better competition as Eugene Crowder makes the catch. But now back to business. 2nd and 8, gonna try to scramble once again. We find David Brooks this time around, a nice reliable slot receiver for us. Been really quiet today, but still his first catch. We got him on the score sheet, thankfully. And now it looks like Carlos Mitchell is down, so now we have Josh Mann in the game as he throws a dangerous pass that Johnny Evans just decides to slot down. Now we got a 3rd and goal. Josh Mann is still in at quarterback. Let's see if we can make something shake, and David Brooks is able to make the catch. What a, risky throw for Josh Mann, but it works out for him. It's another touchdown. As now we got a 21-7 lead. Got 3 minutes left in this not in this ball game, but in the first half. I was just playing some college basketball the other day. Can't wait for that to come back, of course. And who else can't wait to come back is Michael Taylor, getting some more carries and instantly making some moves out here on the field, picking up 2 first downs in a row. First with that running game, and now off the catch. Now 2nd and 9. They're going to go to somebody else this time. It's Tom Mark picking up first. As now Purdue, they're driving down this field as well. And now there's James in the open, as our guys are thankfully able to respond quickly. But Purdue's trying to get a touchdown before the end of this first half. Get some positive momentum going on their side. They really need to, if they have any chance to pull the upset on us. Obviously don't want that to happen for obvious reasons, but we do get to throw it away on a 3rd and 5, and they settle for a field goal. However, of course, we go 3 and out on our next possession because that is the kind of luck that I have here on the channel sometimes. And now Purdue's back on the field, so this is going to be a big possession for us. We got to make sure that they don't get any points so we can keep this a 2-score game. Bare minimum, we got to keep them out of the end zone at least for the next 30 seconds. I think that's pretty reasonable to ask for, but I could definitely be wrong either way. is now good, and he's going to throw to right-hand side. He finds Clay Williams as he's about to go out of bounds. So now they're in the red zone. They're threatening the score once again as they go to the corner of the end zone. It's Alfred Franklin all by himself, and just like that, it's a one-score game again. Alright, so that, last couple of minutes of the first half was an absolute shit show for us, but, now it's time for us to get back in rhythm once again. Let's just get some more points on the board. Let's make this a two-score game once again. I'm a simple man. I don't need much more than that. As we got a 2nd and 3 coming up here. If we're going to the right-hand side, it's Eugene Crowder who does make the catch. And it goes for another first down. As now we're moving this thing up the middle. It's Trey Bryant. He's going to be able to go down and get 9 more yards on that one. Another 9-yard gain on the play. As we're moving this thing down, we can find Donnie Hills this time around. A gain of 7 more. Just doing what we need to do, man. That spread offense has been a blessing for us at Minnesota. Unless we can't block for our quarterback, as Sean Hicks was able to sack us. Bro, what is happening as we get Terrell Battle able to pick up a lot of those yards back, and we can at least make it a reasonable third down coming up here as Kimbrough going over the middle. He picks up 12. We got this 1st and goal coming up. We'll love to get into the end zone here, make this a 2-score game for sure. Let's call this read option as they go with everybody but Carlos Mitchell. He's able to walk in there, even with how NCAA 14 is with the late hits. That we were so clear that nobody even touched this man. Didn't even have to dust himself off. As now we got this 2-score lead again. Let's see if we can keep it. Let's see how Purdue is going to respond here, as Chris Hill does make the tackle on Jack James and pick up 9 more yards on that one. See if we could get a stop here. No, we do not. We aren't even close. Tom Marks just finds a soft spot in our zone, of course. As now they're back with 1st and 10 again. Let's see what Gooden does here, and we can't make the tackle. Is able to pick up another first down on us. Man, that is tough to see. As Gooden's dropping back to pass, he's throwing over the middle. He finds Williams, another 19-yard gain. Now they're getting bigger plays than they certainly did in the first half. And now, man, I don't know why I'm so tired, but when it's their 3rd game recording, it be like that sometimes, man. As now Gooden, he's gonna throw to the left-hand side. Mark is he gonna get? He does get the first down, but he doesn't get much further than that, thankfully. Those broken tackles certainly had me worried. As now we got him to a 3rd and goal. Let's just keep him out of the end zone, please. And of course, they run a halfback screen. Nobody was there. An easy touchdown for Michael Taylor once again. Now we gotta take over again. The pressure is back on us. We gotta still continue to put points on the board here. No questions asked. We got this 1st and 10. We're gonna scramble for it. Just nobody is open. As Carlos Mitchell is out of bounds. He did have to step out of the game earlier, so I don't want him to get hit too many times. Gotta protect our quarterback. All of that cliche stuff. As Donnie Hills makes another catch for us. 9-yard gain. And Purdue is putting up a fight for like a 2-7 squad. They certainly are not going to give up anytime soon. It's just kind of what happens when you get into conference play sometimes. Big Ten's a tough conference. Anybody can beat anybody on any given day, unless you're Ohio State, of course. My favorite squad. But Carlos Mitchell actually gets brought down with the face mask, and the refs actually caught it. It's going to be an easy 15 yards. Nice job, nerd. Now, a couple plays later, we got a 3rd and 8. Go try to throw the end zone, but it wasn't led enough as Ryan Freeman was able to get there, deflect the pass, and we only get a field goal. So now Purdue has a chance to take the lead right here if they want to. As Gooden's actually going to do a read option. He's got some space. as Chris Hill is finally able to bring this guy down. But TJ Gooden, he's, hasn't got much of a chance to do so, but, he's got some nice legs on him too. As another way, couple plays later, that is Clay Williams in open space, and no one's going to catch him. And they just tied this game up. So now we need a big play, man, because the tide of momentum is starting to shift towards Purdue. And you don't want momentum to shift towards the home team, especially with a crowd like this where the Purdue faithful is ready, but so is Donnie Hills, shutting that down right away. It's a 103-yard kick return that sets a brand new NCAA record in this game. And now we got this lead right back, no questions asked, baby. So now we'll see what Purdue can do. We just kind of, took the air out of his crowd a little bit with that return for a touchdown. And what is our safety legitimately doing? If he would have just came up, he could have made the interception, but decided to backpedal after the ball was in the air. And now what could have been an interception, now Purdue still has this football. Because now we got a 2nd and 10 coming up now. Gooden's going to throw to the left-hand side. He's going to throw over to his man, Edward Walston. I think that's their slot receiver. He picks up this first down, so let's see what they do here. It goes to the right-hand side, and it might be a, offsides. I'm pretty sure it's on us. Yeah, it definitely looks like it's on us. Yep. John Smith was offsides. As now we gotta pick ourselves back together here. We could have had a loss, of course, but Gooden somehow breaks a tackle off a 270-pound defensive lineman. That's just how it be sometimes. As now Franklin off on the outside, he got some speed. Now Alfred Franklin, man, he got us for a big touchdown earlier. He got another 20-yard gain just like that. As Purdue looking to tie this thing up again. As Gooden's on the outside. Can somebody catch him, please? No, that just simply cannot happen. TJ Gooden gets into the end zone once again. And now we're back at it again. It's tied once again. And we don't get a kick return either, for a touchdown. So now, we got to pick things up once again. Trey Bryant, is going to start things off. A nice gain up the middle. Only a 13 carries so far. That might be a little light for Trey Bryant, but is making good work for what he's able to do. And who else is able to get some good stuff in? Donnie Hills, doing a good job of that scramble drill, picking up 18 there. As now we keep this thing rolling. Trey Bryant finding some space in the open field, picking up 17 more. And just like that, Trey Bryant very efficient with his carries. Already almost at 100 yards on the ground. But who's also efficient? Carlos Mitchell. He's going to throw it over the middle to Rashad Robinson, who gets his first catch. And now we're back in the red zone. Let's see if we can, increase our total. He's got one more man to beat, and we can't cut to the outside in time. Actually gets lit up like a Christmas tree. But still a 5-yard gain. Very respectable. As we try to pick up the first down on the ground. It's Trey Bryant. He doesn't get there, but does, hit the 100-yard threshold. So a nice game for Trey Bryant so far. As we're going to go ahead, try to pick up the first with the fullback as Dave Dennis is able to rumble ahead for 3 more yards. It's definitely not fullback you, but we can make it happen if we need to. And so can Josh Mann, who comes in for the injured Carlos Mitchell once again and gets, a game ahead touchdown. My brain is completely fried at this point. I apologize, y'all. As now we got, Purdue back on the field once again. Let's get one more stop. That's all we need. I'm a simple man. And it looks like it's going to be more difficult as Alfred Franklin gets a ton of yards there. Not how you want to play a 2-minute defense, as I thought we were going to get the interception there. 29 had the cut. And now it's 1st and 10 again. Going over the middle. It's left-hand side. It's nearly intercepted. Vince Concepcion, or not Vince Concepcion. I don't actually know who that is, to be honest. But that could have been the game right there. And now instead, they're back on the field. Michael Taylor gets another catch, and now it's 3rd and inches. Let's see if they do here. So can we get to this quarterback in time? No, we can't. And it looks like it's essentially going to come down to a goal line stand here. As Purdue, they're going to get to the line quickly. We completely lift, but thankfully TJ Gooden, is tripped up. And now we have another opportunity. And look at this. Luck's on our side. They have a false start on Purdue. Concepcion of Purdue gets called for the penalty. And now they're backed up even further now as we get them to a 3rd and 8 as they try to run the halfback screen. He's brought down by Lewis, who's determined to not allow the game-tying score. And it will now all come to this game. If we get to stop, this game will be over. Let's see if we can make it happen. And we get Michael Taylor in the backfield. Big stop for Minnesota. And we're able to escape upset alert here in Purdue. Final score of 45-38. Purdue certainly put up a very good fight, but they don't ultimately have what it takes to take on the coach, the man, the myth, the legend. That is Marv Santana. Okay, so both of our quarterbacks were actually pretty solid when they came in. Carlos Mitchell obviously got the start because he's a lot better, 19 for 26, 244, 1 touchdown. Did get hurt though. We'll check out the extent of his injury once we leave the screen. Although Josh Mann looked like he was very capable, 1 for 2, 11 yards, 1 touchdown. That other incompletion was a drop. And then the running game, we had Trey Bryant going off for us, man. He had 17 carries for over 100 yards. Didn't get into the end zone, though. That belongs to Carlos Mitchell as well as Josh Mann, both of our quarterbacks getting into the end zone. And so did backup running back Scott Moore of a senior red shirt. He only had a couple of carries today, but made the most out of them. Both goal line carries. One of them was successful for a touchdown. Receivers, we had a decent spread across the board. Nobody was really crazy, but Terrell Battle and David Brooks both had touchdown grabs themselves. And then for the defense, it was anchored by Vince Concepcion, who had a heck of a game today, man. He had 13 tackles from the free safety position, 12 of which are solo. Dude was all over this field, man. We didn't get any sacks, but we did get 1 interception courtesy of Robbie Kane, the hard-hitting safety from California. Could have had another interception. I don't remember who had the who dropped one. It was number 7, I think. But we could have had. It was Quentin Jackson. Now that I think about it, he could have had another interception, but it was dropped. You hate to see it, but even though it wasn't great for our defense, they got stops when we need to make them happen. So we also got some bad news about our starting quarterback. Carlos Mitchell suffered broken ribs during the 4th quarter of that game versus Purdue, and that means we're going to have to go with Josh Mann against the Illinois Fighting Illini. And I'll tell you why that's pretty bad in a second, besides the fact that our starting quarterback is down. And we might not have him for the Nebraska game as well. And it's really unfortunate that it comes during this time because these last 3 games are going to be our most important 3 games yet, just because we play Illinois, who we are currently tied with. So if we can beat Illinois, then we will be in the driver's seat for the Big Ten West Division, and we'll most likely play Ohio State, who we did lose to. That is one of our only 2 losses this entire season so far. And then, we also play Nebraska and Wisconsin, who are, also in the upper echelon in the Big Ten West. So, if we can beat Illinois and then we can beat either of these 2 teams, we should be going to a conference championship game to play against Ohio State. A second crack at those guys. But right now we can't worry about that too terribly much. We're going to worry about Illinois for right now. That's going to be for next episode. But until then, thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. If you enjoy the content on this channel, make sure you leave a like as well as subscribe if you're new, as that helps me a lot. This is John J Gaming on the mic, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care, everybody.